What's good? What's good, my people? What's good? Let me put myself right smack dab in the middle. You have? What's going on? What's going on? Today's targeted data leads are for my funding companies. These are for all of my funders. Shout out to my funders. Shout out to my people. I have a list of y'all. I just don't want to say in particular names and get anybody else in their feelings. This ain't the place for that. But shout out to all my people that do fund it. Shout out to my people that are bettering businesses. Shout out to my people that are just bettering people financially, economically, which is also financially, which is really besides financial. It's giving people real emotional help as well. Because in the times when you're broke, and the times where you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, where you don't understand leverage, you tend to get emotionally and mentally stressed so bad that it becomes a horrible, horrible situation to where you could do things that you really wouldn't do in your natural mind frame. So overall, we are not just helping people grow their brands or get them funding per se for themselves. We're actually helping people live a totally better lifestyle. So shout out to all my consultants and funding companies nationwide. I just need to get that off my chest because I don't think people really understand how great of a benefit we are truly to every form of business. Okay. So let's get to it. It's going to be great. This time I went directly for business executives, right? The next one's going to be about existing businesses, but this one's to direct executives, right? So I'm going to show y'all the list, but first, I'm going to show you how I did step by step, okay? We did one per company. We did area codes. I'm not going to go through it, but I just did the state of Florida, right? Want to review. And I hit every area code, which is obviously just this one page here. Then from there, I dropped off of that. We went to cities. Obviously, once again, Florida, review. I did all of the cities. There's literally 27 pages of cities for the state of Florida at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So it's 12, 24, 36, 37 cities on this page here. And I'm pretty sure, give or take, there's 39 cities per page. Give or take 37 to 39 cities per page. At 27 pages, you do the math. You're not dumb. Um, Obviously, they're in alphabetical order, so you could not skip, right? So let's get out of this. I did every single county in the state. So here, we only have 2 pages. So we have 2 pages of counties, and that's pretty simple, right? Zip radius. I did not do the zip radius. I am not, no reason to, right? You just literally go to the zips, hit the state that you're doing. Once again, I'm in Florida. I did Florida. I am funding all Florida small businesses. Also, let me break down exactly what I did. And yes, I did all the pages again. This one had 33 pages. So I did 33 pages of zip codes here, all right? So let me also give you the demographic of what I done. Hold on one second. Counts. What I did was I did new businesses just for Florida, the whole state. Small business indicator on, so it'll be all the small businesses that been in the database for 15 years. So these are small businesses with longevity. I did consulting, transportation, and a few other subject matters. I just couldn't remember how many I did. Under 500K annually, so you know they need the funding, right? And then what I did was I looked for the owners, the presidents, COOs, CEOs, CFOs, and some VPs and executive VPs, basically the top hierarchy of a business. That's what I did. So I want you guys to really understand you have to break down your titles to the actual setup that it is because you want to be direct. You don't want to make these listings up and not be direct about it, okay? So let's get back to the dashboard. Once again, business executives. All right, one per company. Okay, so we did that. Bomb. So we're out of geography. Now, contact information. Let's bring me down a little. Contact information. Yes, I did the wireless flag. I did both, wireless and not wireless. Why? Some brick and mortars have actual phones, y'all. Contact titles. I told you guys what I did. COO, Senior Vice President, Partner, Owner. I did Vice President. I did CEO, of course. I did President. I did Executive VP. That's what I did for that, right? Also, the do not flag. Yes, I definitely added that. The do not flag list. You gotta have that, right? In fact, hold on. While we're live, let me go back and see if I did that. Because if I did it, I'm gonna add that do not flag. I want to make sure I don't waste any time. One thing you do not want to do, my people, is you do not want to waste time when you're mining. You don't want to waste valuable mining time. So let's hit this. That was good. Got some good water. Bomb. Let's see. Those are all. You'll find out right on the bottom. Did I do that or not? All right, here we go. All right, so no, I did not. I did not. So let's add that now. On the DNC list. Let's apply that. Because we don't want to hit anybody up that does not want to be hit. All right, so we added it up. So now this is a new list, y'all. Once you add a new criteria, you created a new list. But let's just finish it up here so I don't waste no time. Yes, we did that. The contact title, I'm sorry, we just passed that part. The do not flag, we just added that because I didn't put it. Yes, I took the fax machine. There are some people with a fax machine, y'all. Believe it or not, even the electronic fax machine, which is not a fax machine, it's an email. It's electronic fax, though. See what I mean? Different. I know. Gender, I want men and women. All right, let's do both. In fact, on gender, let's even add unknown. I didn't add unknown. Let's add unknown too, because ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Now, with me adding to the list, this was a 672 business list in the whole state of Florida to these criterias. If there's anything less, that means the little criteria that I just changed or added on densed the file. You got to remember, the more criteria you have, the more dense the file is. But you got to have the do not disturb list, the do not contact list. You don't want to waste money on leads, even if it's cold outreach or warm outreach, whatever you want to call this. You don't want to waste a dollar or a minute. If you waste a minute, you're losing more than a dollar. Has a contact, obviously, right? So you want to include the ones that have contact and a record available. Okay. Um, I didn't add the Hispanic owned businesses, even though we're in a largely Latino state. I don't want to just have that only. I want to serve everybody, right? So I omitted the P.O. box. I didn't even put that because, to be honest with you, businesses with a P.O. box need some funding. So they can have a brick and mortar if they want, or even get their own mailbox, whatever the case may be, right? Websites, I did add the website because I do want to do diligence on these businesses before I even call them. So I could call them, letting them know, or we could let our VAs know exactly what to say to these people, right? And then the last four of the zip, I definitely added that because I want to know the exact whereabouts of where they are. Okay? And then you can always use the scope of where they are as well to benefit the situation. So the actual employee size, I truly don't care about that, but you can take a look at it, right? It goes from 1 to Jesus Christ number, right? Really don't care about that. Omit franchises. I did not omit franchises. Why? Because if they need money and they're a franchise, that means there's multiple locations. That's gonna need that kind of capital as well, or it may just need a little bit of capital, depending on what the situation is. Location type. I did all three. All three. Number of employees, I ignored that. Number of PCs. Now, the number of employees really work if you were aiming to get them that employee stimulus package thing that they had. Yeah, if you were doing that, this made you $1 billion because you knew exactly who to go for. Because look what it says with the number of employees, 1 to 4, all the way to or you could put unknown, and then you could go from 1 to 4 to 10,000, over 10,000 to unknown. You just put unknown and unknown. You feel me? Or you could put 1 to 4, and then the other side up to 10,000, just because you want to be able to nail that deal and get them that stimulus or that check, whatever the hell it was, that I was going to be able to pay the employees, right? So that this was huge around pandemic time, and then a little after, all the way up to like this year, really. Um, Sales volume. There is a moment where I didn't add it. I don't need it now, but there is a moment where you're gonna want to use it, even in the funding opportunities. You're definitely gonna want to use that square footage. Now, if I'm doing floors for corporations, and I want to nail big corporate buildings, and Charlie, and get maybe a federal contract, then this will work amazingly. Or if I'm just aiming just for businesses, this will work greatly if I'm doing any form of, flooring, ceiling work, sheetrock work, anything construction based or decorative. Even when it comes down to a client I had that puts plants in corporate buildings. Believe it or not, that's a bag. Years in database, I felt like that was important because if they're in the database, they're there for a reason. So I did 1 to 15. That means they're an active business. Um, Public company, public company. I did put, I didn't add if they're public or not because then that limits me. That really does. If they're not being traded, that's not my concern. Um, Actual sales volume. Normally, with funding, you would add this, right? You would want to see how much to how much, but then you're going to limit the hell out of your list because naturally, companies that still need your assistance wouldn't have the highest volume. So it will hinder you, but then it can also give you a good spec of work when you know how to run these data points correctly. Small business indicator, yes, I did add that because I did want to see if there's small business indicators. Square foot, actually, like I said, didn't need it, right? Now the industry, I got kind of cool with this, right? So let me show you some of the NISC codes that I put. So I used real estate, transportation, contracting, roofers, consulting. I also did car dealerships, but instead of car dealerships, I just put cars, and that's what pretty much came out for that, right? Because if you realize in Florida, there's a lot of farms, just like in a lot of other states, there's a few farming, and I'm not in the farming environment yet to know how to really get them funded correctly or what banks really deal with farmers like that yet, but I will be very soon. I heard some orange groves that need me. I did not omit government industries. I will not omit government industries. The government don't pay late, so we are not omitting that. Primary SIC codes, once again, I did the following: consulting, real estate, transportation, contracting. I put roofers, but they didn't have nothing for roofers. So I put general contracting. They have nothing for general contracting. So I put real estate to cover all of that. And then car dealerships, they didn't have nothing for that. So I just put regular cars, right? So now that everything is ran and we know what I did, remember 672 was the original run up for this. That's how many leads we made out of the state, right? With all of those specifications. So let's bring me down here. Let's put this up a little and let's run the count and see with the changes that I made. Did those changes alter the line? Did it shrink us? And if so, how bad did it shrink us? This is dope that this is live because then you guys get to see exactly what you're gonna go through using this product, as well as you have 13 training videos, no longer than 9 minutes apiece. Some are 2 minutes, some are one. So it's definitely not a bad thing. So let's see. Drum roll. I wish I had some effects. That'd have been dope, right? Hmm. Taking a little longer. I think I messed the list up a little bit. But DNC is important, man. You don't want to waste leads. Do not contact is important. Even though I feel like businesses should not really be on do not contact lists at the same time. Hmm. But we will see. We will see. Wow. If this ain't a load, I don't know what a load is. Jesus. My anxiety. Come on, man. It might also be because it's storming out here. It's like a monsoon out here, yo. For real. 449 records. So out of the 670 or 617, we'll see what that was. We down to 449, which I think is solid. I think that's solid. That's solid because you don't want to have too many, right? So we want to save as. Um, uh, okay, cool. Good looking. My VA still working. Appreciate you, my assistant. Not my VA, she's my assistant. Just Florida whole state with capitalized DNC. Okay, now we're gonna say that. Yes, we are. We're gonna say that. All right, cool. Okay, she's working on some products. Good looking, Shay. Appreciate you, player. Um, now let's go to counts. Let's go to save counts. All right. So we was at 672. We was at 672, and now we at 449. So we lost a few, but in reality, DNC is highly important. So we just gonna dub that list. Yes, we are. The reason why is because it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you to erase a list that you did not pull. I did not pull this list, so that means me not pulling it put me in a position to where I see where it's at. But one thing is very true: you do not want to hold on to a save list that you did not pull for too long. To be honest, I wouldn't hold on to save list that I did not pull over 7 to 10 business days. Businesses change, yo. People change. People die every day. Businesses fail every day. People change their number. Businesses grow, change their numbers. You don't know what's going on nowadays. The world is one big rotating ball, right? Or flatland, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever is your word. I really don't care. But the idea is you want to make sure that you keep a list for a short amount of time. Pull it, work it, sell it. Pull it, work it, sell it. That's the process. Nothing here right now. If you take a look at the list that I pulled, this is $602,000 at $1 a piece. This right here is $277,000 at $1 a piece. This is $9,600 at $1 a piece. This right here is 13,894 dollars at $1 a piece. This right here is 449. That's $449 at $1 a piece. Yo, my people, you either can create your own product with us to where you got the opportunity to make up your own listing. You don't even have to go through all of this because we are setting up a done for you version where you fill out the sheet, let us know what the criteria are, and we just pull the leads for you. And that's it. You don't get the access to get all of the, criteria that it is, but you do get the opportunity to at least, get good leads pulled for you that's going to actually work. So let's, really understand the value because we are doing this the correct way. Now, let's also keep in mind, this is super important, right? We are adding a huge back office service for you guys where there will be a Go High level included. You will get Go High level, your own CRM. You'll have this is gonna be so cool. You'll have a actual GA4 analytic rep be able to go through your 45 to 90-day lead list, right? For everybody that bought something, people that just hopped on your site, because we're putting a pixel. So secondly, it's the pixel that goes on your website. And as you send these websites via email, via text, whatever campaign that you choose to do, whether you do ads, right? Ads would be a great idea for volume, right? So then you run ads after you get the list to the kind of people, to the demographic, right? Because you're going to send this email literally, which is what the ads are going to build you. They're going to build these funnel pages and all these cool, neat things that make you look more presentable, make you look more official, as they say. So you'll go ahead and send these to your email list, create an email list, and all these other opportunities in your text list. So this way, now more people hit your pixel. The more people in your pixel, remember what a pixel is now. Now you're in their digital product, whether you're in their phone, whether in your laptop, their tablet, their iPad, whatever it is, you're in their system. So now they could take you off through the settings, but 99% of the people really don't know how to do that, especially common consumers don't know how to do that. They're going to think that it's a gift from God, that they just spoke, they just seen your ad on Facebook, right? And then out of nowhere, because they clicked on it, now they see you on Google. Now they see you on an app. Now they see you on Bing. Whatever engine they use, they're gonna see you on websites, HomeDepot.com, CNN, Fox News, CNBC, World Star Hip Hop. We're all over. We're touching every single website. So at the end of the day, my people, we want you to really understand the value of being able to have this kind of software. And then lastly, but never least, we're adding AI and automation. So that could pull the actual leads for you. Once your data is in and your analyst gives the actual automator the information at that moment, there you go. It's up. Now you have automations to everything that the gentleman from the GA4 rep gave to the automation rep. Now now the guy that's doing the automation, shout out to KP, is going to be doing the system correctly to where now when somebody hits your website and let's say they come off, bomb, they're getting targeted right away. Yo, listen, man, here's 10% off. You can come back around and purchase whatever you need. Or they left something inside the cart. Hey, here's 10% off. You can come in and purchase whatever you need. The idea is, hey, did I do something wrong? Can I find out what it is about my website that turns you off? My people, we are abundant when it comes down to creating the sale, creating the opportunity. The point of this is to add to the bottom line in an abundant manner. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to see exactly what it is that we're doing and understand the volume of this. And we're doing it all through automation, AI, technology driven opportunities. These are not your average opportunities. There's nobody out there really truly doing what we're doing, packaging what we're packaging, and creating the opportunity that we are creating for small businesses and also large businesses too. You know, you guys making 50 million and over, understand we're here for you too, because there is opportunity in every size business. I don't care how big you are, there's always more money to make. So we want to make sure that we touch on every aspect of that, right? So that's pretty much today's class, my people. I had to show you guys how we really do this and how we create this opportunity and what is exactly that we're doing here at Targeted. Oh, there you go. Targeted data pros, or targeted data leads, I should say, right? So what we're doing is we're creating an opportunity for everybody. Now, the next video is definitely going to be existing businesses. We definitely touching on that because that's another way to form business credit repair, right? Full business consulting. Let's say you want to do the other program we have with the vacations, which is what we call excuse me, it's just my mind. I forgot the proper terminology. I'm sorry, but that program is to make sure that your employees are hitting the quarters that they're supposed to hit. So every 3 months, when they hit their quarterly numbers, you give them a vacation on the business, complimentary of the business. If those employees are having a hard time closing a client, you tell them to use the vacations to close the client as well. Our turnaround rate on this is tremendous. We are making hand over fist. It's called retention program that we created. And that's also something that you can push to the existing businesses to help them advance their bottom line and overall employee morale, which is super important nowadays. Besides that, you also have the business executives. And guys, I'm going to do a video for each one. I already did US consumer. I just did business executives. Pretty soon we'll be doing existing businesses. I did cell phone data as well. Next one, I'm gonna put some actual respect on property owners next, so I can show you roofers, GCs, and all you guys doing that, how this is really gonna work, and the opportunities that it is with this brand, and how far it could really go. There is not a business that cannot be assisted with this technology. And there is not a way you're going to get leads any cheaper without this technology. And the fact that you don't need the leads to truly be super, super warm or, super hot, you need the leads to be in the subject matter and you can turn it to a close without a problem, my people. Let's understand the value of this and let's all evolve. I'm holla at y'all later.